Okay, welcome to DCTP.tv from DLD Women 2012 in Munich. My next guest is Marguerite Imbert. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
You are the founding editor of Venture Village, a
Yep.
Berlin-based tech blog?
Online magazine.
Online magazine.
Covering startup activity in Berlin and other hubs in Europe.
Okay, that's interesting. So let's start with Berlin. What's so special about the tech scene in Berlin? Why is Berlin so interesting for startups right now?
So Berlin has a culture of artists and creativity that benefits from engineers and technical mindsets. So what's happening in Berlin right now are engineers and developers are getting together with artists and communicators and building some of the most innovative products in Europe.
And why now? Why does it happen now?
That's a really great question. What stimulated international movement toward Berlin to develop their startups? I mean, for me, what persuaded me to move to Berlin 7.5 months ago, the creativity certainly, but also the cheap rents. I mean, we're able to have apartments, we're able to, for 400 euros a month or less. And it makes a big difference when you're bootstrapping your own startup, when your income is not a lot, to just feel comfortable to be able to live among others who are bootstrapping. So it's the least expensive, most interesting city I could find in Europe.
And, well, could you describe or support the notion of Berlin as a hub for startups with some numbers, examples?
Our biggest fund is Early Bird. We have a number of incubators, Team Europe, Rocket Internet, SpringStar. So there's a level of activity in Berlin that, of course, we're still smaller than something like East London. But in East London, the complaint is that it's too expensive. It's jam-packed. There's not enough breathing room. I was moving from New York, same surface area as Berlin, but double the residents. So there's space. I mean, when you have a startup and you grow very quickly from a team of 3 to a team of 30, you need to be able to expand your office very quickly. And that's a benefit of Berlin that more established hubs don't have.
And when you compare Berlin to other European cities, what are the other cities and what are the other digital hubs in Europe?
So I would say some of the other hubs on par with Berlin, there's Tel Aviv, there's Amsterdam. We're increasingly interested in Venture Village in some of the Eastern European hubs, so Kiev would be one of them. Today I was speaking with a few Russian entrepreneurs, and there's a different attitude in Russia. The government is highly involved, for better or for worse. In Germany, the government has stayed very much out of the picture, and now they're trying to support the startups that are thriving. Places like SoundCloud, Redmill, Gidzy, Etsy now has a spot in Berlin. These companies are striving at an international pace, and now the government is becoming interested in subsidizing and participating. But when you compare Berlin to Moscow, for instance, as an entrepreneur, there's a liberty offered to you.
And what is the specialities of all these digital hubs? Are they basically all cheap and spacey, and what are the advantages?
I think what they have, if you're asking what they have in common, I think hubs that are emerging in Berlin, in Europe, are all cheap, attracting international talent, and to some extent attracting developers. I mean, people are still outsourcing their development teams, so we have Berlin companies that have all their developers in Kiev, for instance.
Okay.
But the more we can try to channel top-tier developers to a city, the more chances that city has to becoming a tech hub.
And where exactly in Berlin are all these companies, startups located? Are there certain areas in which they cluster?
On Torstrasse, there are many. That's where Vertical Media is based, which is our holding company. So we have Gründerszene and Venture Village in the same building, and a lot of the startups are in Mitte, in central Berlin. Also Kreuzberg and Neukölln. It really depends on the nature of the company. Musicians, we have a lot of DJ founders and artist founders, and some of them are using their spaces for sound systems and for canvases. So it really depends on the nature of the startup. But a lot in MIDA, yeah.
You yourself launched an app? iOS? Gabi, how do you pronounce it?
It's pronounced Gabi.
Gabi, German pronunciation.
Yeah.
So what is it about? What is it for?
So Gabi is an iOS app that launched roughly 2 weeks ago at this point. It's a new way to visualize and interact with Facebook. So essentially we took the concept of our news feed represents 24 hours, but when we go to our Facebook newsfeed, we're really only looking into 1 or 2 hours from the past. So what's a way to surface the best content from the last 24 hours? So that's what Gabi's doing. It's in some ways ranking the content from your newsfeed. But it's also sorting it, so it lets you search just by statuses or videos. Sometimes I go on Facebook and I just want to watch videos. I just want to see what are the videos my friends are sharing that are getting a lot of attention. So Gabi lets you sort Facebook content in a way that Facebook isn't yet letting you.
And do you get full access to the API? Or do you get full access to the Facebook content?
As a Gabi user?
Yeah? No, as a Gabi
yeah,
coder.
so we have, there's nothing between Gabi and Facebook. There's no external server. Everything happens just on your device.
Okay.
So that's one of the benefits. And yes, we're making use of Facebook API.
And what was the most interesting thing the most interesting information you got from Gabi about your stream?
Yeah, so that's really interesting for us. I think about 2 weeks ago I had a cool experience. We've been using Gabi now for about 4 months as a team and perfecting it. And one thing I noticed, I had a moment where I was, like everyone does, we were feeling kind of down. And I remember looking through my friends' most popular statuses, just flipping, it's something that you use in your spare time, you're kind of bored. Just flipping through statuses and seeing what inspired people. And then I looked through my own most popular statuses and I was able to remember what made why my friends appreciate me. Like I saw certain qualities emerging in my statuses, and it's different for everyone. I look at Ramsey of IM statuses when I was at MLove with him, flipping through his, and the qualities that came out, the things his friends sort of supported him for, i.e. press the like button for, were very different than mine. It was a lot about his determination, his dry sense of humor. For me, it's a lot about my enthusiasm and my love of life. So that was sort of an interesting moment.
Okay,
yeah.
Margaret, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Good to meet you.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, 10 minutes.